What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Ben's Concrete Creations YouTube channel. So we are out here way back in the woods of beautiful Blue Ridge, Georgia, and we did some stamped concrete for some awesome homeowners. This is all color hardener, liquid antiquing, and we're going to do a walkthrough and show you guys how this looks, and we're going to show you exactly how we did it. And then over here, we did this nice free-form fire pit area right here. Same thing, all color hardener, tan on the inside, medium brown on the outside, walnut antique on all of it. Stay tuned. We're going to show you the process and exactly how to do a project just like this. All right, guys, so we're out here on our next project. Man, this place is way out here. I am not joking when I say way out here. This is all going to be seamless texture stamp out to the outside columns here. We're going to be running borders the width of these stone columns all the way around three sides that are going to be a darker color than what's in the middle there. We're going to be pouring and stamping this area as well. You can see we're coming off this wall, kind of following the paint line around, making an odd shape back around to that wall over there. So all this will be stamped, and we're going to do the same thing with the same color in the middle and then be wrapping a border around this outer perimeter. All right, so all this gravel's got to come down. This is a good technique right here when you're pulling mud and dragging mud to double hook it together. If you get two come-alongs and hook them and pull at the same time, you pull a lot more mud or gravel by doing that, just because the concrete or the gravel can't go out one of the sides of the come-along, if that makes sense. So what we're doing against this house, because this is the top of a basement wall, so that's a concrete wall right there, and it goes down 8 to 10 feet. So we are over digging this backfill where they over dug for the wall, and we're going down to where we can get at least 4 inches of gravel on top of that. There you can see our green chalk lines. That's where the top of the concrete's going to be. I think what we're going to do is run another corrugated pipe as a drain under the concrete and just leave it sticking out right there, so when water puddles up, it can find its way through. We'll probably put a sock on there or something and just dig a little trench across here. But basically all this water is going to be coming, you can see kind of where we dug around here. All this water is going to come to this point and then make its way down the hill. We'll have another day or 4 or 5 hours over here digging, getting expansion up, getting everything compacted, and putting some rebar in here, and then we'll be ready for some stamped concrete. So we got concrete at 8, and what we're going to be doing is seamless texture stamped concrete, and we're going to be using all color hardener. So we're going to be using like a light tan, almost beige color in here, and then we'll be doing like a medium brown border, and the borders will come off of these 2-foot columns straight down, and I may end up turning them into those steps. I'm not really sure yet, but it'll obviously go across here and connect to this corner, just to help minimize cracking, and then up that way. It'll be the same concept. So we're going to be doing, I'm not exactly sure with the borders how I'm going to tie into that. We'll see. I just kind of make shit up like that as we go. So see how it's going, see how we feel, see what looks right once we get mud on the ground. All right, so it is the day of the pour out here on the Green Hill project, and we're about to get started here. So let me get this flipped around. Southern Concrete Materials out here. This is one of our pads. We got Fox out here making a special presentation, helping us. Riley, they're finished masking off. Got everything nice and masked off this morning. We got a lot of rain yesterday, so we couldn't tape or stick anything to it. So try to be as clean as possible. We're gonna get pouring here, and we'll show you guys the process. All right, round 1 poured out. We're gonna switch over here. Round 2. We got 7.5 yards. Got our fiberglass rebar in here. Got expansion up. Like I said, I'm big on masking off. People hire us to do their flat work and not scratch coat their walls. So It's kind of a tricky thing. We couldn't fit the truck under there, and we knew that, so had to get him over and fit through, which actually worked out really good. And then it was the same thing. He had to drive up here and basically right into this tree, and we were able to drag that last 3 feet, so it worked out nice. We had a wheelbarrow here just in case, but we didn't even need it. And they literally put rock on top of nothing.
I'm going to get a side job.
All right, so the next step with color hardener is what you want to do is check and make sure this is wet out. So the best thing to do is find where it's clustered the most, where you can reach, set your fingertips on there and count to about 5. And all you have to do when you peel your fingertips up, do you see how it absorbed? That right there, I know this color hardener is absorbed into the top layer of cement paste, and now we're good to float it in. What you don't want to do with color hardener is put too much on at one time. And so typically it requires a minimum of 2 coats depending on how light or dark the color is. So if you look at our concrete, you can still see some of the gray, and that's nice coverage rate. What it recommends is up to 70% coverage on the first application. So now that we got that worked in, I'm going to go ahead and broadcast the second coat. We'll let that wet out with our finger trick, and then we'll go from there. So the tricky part it took a while to figure out, and I see most people struggle with, is putting on too much or not enough. And so there's, like I said, it says on the bucket get around 70% coverage rate. So if you look at that, that's pretty close to what we got on the first application. Remember, we're going 18 inches. I don't care if this goes over that. Go up closer to your stone and curve like square with that wall. Yep, and just put a little finger mark. Yep, now if it goes over that, it's not that's all. And then that way, you know, you don't have to go all the way over, but I would still go over it 3 or 4 inches, you know. We're gonna get Bub shirts made then.
I think you should.
We need some Bub merch.
Bub merch, yep.
What?
He said, But because he always has these sayings, he says, I know it. And then, what else he say?
I would say that.
I won't even finish saying what I'm saying, and he'll be like, I know it. I'm like, damn, Bub. Watch your face.
Yeah, sure. You're good. Just keep working. You got match for us. We just aren't smart enough either.
I don't ever wear them either, but this shit ain't good for you. But safety glasses are just like, you damn sure don't want to lose your eyesight.
No. Nine's all right, but.
Keep pushing them rocks in there and make sure you don't get any bad whoops. See that? You know how it wants to crack off this?
Right.
So I see a lot of people try to make this flush. I try to move it over to right there, so when it goes to crack, it catches one of those. So you see what I'm saying? So I just go over that 1/4 or 1/2 inch, sprinkling all 4 sides.
It's gonna be hard.
That's all I was saying. Cut one in, and that way you don't have to spend so much time.
Symmetrical and have a better idea. That's why I did that. I can fix it now.
But you see what I'm saying? So you're doing one color of border and one color of thing, and then all we're doing is letting them see the antique on both colors. So it looks awesome, dude. That's
But it's
shit. You
not-
could fucking sell that.
The thing is it's not realistic for application, right?
Not for what
for
we're
a sample,
doing.
yeah.
And I would keep it like that, but I'm gonna let you put hardener on there and you deal with that,
It's gonna be a
because
bitch.
it's gonna be a bitch and it's just not necessary, but it looks great. Cody Dawkins, concrete extraordinaire, decorative concrete master.
Mr.
Good to see you, brother.
What's up, Bubba?
What's up, dude? How you doing, bro? Good to see you again.
Likewise.
That job y'all did looked sweet, dude. Yeah, look good.
Looking good, dude.
Thanks, bro. It's been one. It's just been drying quick, but
What times y'all get mud, man?
8, or we probably, yeah, a little after 8, because we had to get in the gate and stuff. I know you wish you would have waited about an hour, so that way we was done with the stamps, but now you can help us. That's why he was here, yeah. Hey, yeah, he helped us. Him and his guys came down and helped us. We stamped, was it 47 or 48 yards?
Yeah, 40.
That Veterans Memorial in Blairsville, and that's a lick to do at one time. That's quite a bit. I'll be the first to tell you, I've never done a perfect job. There's always something, but that's how you learn.
Same with anyone.
You know, some people don't think like that, but I've never seen a perfect job that I've done, anyways. There's always something, but you know, you try to get it as perfect as you can, and most of the time you end up on good. What I'm gonna do is hand you this,
Okay.
and just keep that color on there and this one on that one.
Gotcha. Yep, here.
All right, so that's a wrap. We just started spraying water on here just to wet cure it. It's starting to get pretty hot, and we just really didn't have a chance to tool joint, so we'll saw cut it tomorrow. So the homeowner is going to come out here and wet cure this every hour or so until dark. But it turned out really nice, really clean. Really, the colors tie into the house. Obviously, we got to come back, cut it, wash it, antique it. But overall, man, this thing looks pretty sweet. Pretty stoked on how it came out, and the main thing is they are as well. When we left yesterday, we started wet curing it because it was just so far out, and I just don't like cutting too early. If we can't tool joint, I like to cut the same day, but I would have had to come out super late last night. So wet curing is always a good thing if you can wet coat it even and not just be spotty, and it's really a good option for helping the concrete slow down. It really gets thirsty, and it helps with shrinkage cracks. So basically what we're going to do here is we have our borders, which is going to help with cracking off the inside corners of our columns. So that is functional for crack control as well as aesthetically pleasing, and really makes a nice look. So the one cut we're going to make here is right down the center. So what we did is pulled a string line off the center of that door right there and ran it right down, and then we squared down. So this saw cut, when you walk out of that door, will line right up with the middle of the door. So we're going to go ahead and make some cuts here, and Riley is going to finish blowing this off. I had him stop just so I could update you guys, and we're going to make some cuts in here, which is kind of tricky to figure out on a weird freeform shape like this, but we're going to show you what we come up with, and once we get it cut, we'll show you how it looks. Okay guys, so the next thing I want to talk about is we just finished our actual saw cut so this concrete can move like it needs to. Now, I just talked about on the short about terminating your saw cuts, which means that you have a full depth cut with this grinder, which is about 1.25 inches. Now, what I like to do is I like to make these borders look like set stones. So what we did is we measured off of these and went approximately 8 feet. You can see over here that I'm going to just score this about 1/8 of an inch deep. So really it's just more of an aesthetic thing, and it makes it look like set stones are set in here instead of just having a couple random cuts. Okay guys, so our last step before sealing is to put our liquid antique on. You guys, most of y'all know the other option is using powder. We prefer liquid release with liquid antiquing. Excuse the birds, I guess there's a fight up there. But anyways, what we've done is we saw cut everything, washed it off, and then we used Dawn dish soap with a soft bristle broom with just Dawn and water and scrubbed it off to get any remnants of that liquid release off. Rinsed it down really good, blew off the excess water, and then pre-dampened the surface. So I have this, I love this brush right here. It's a soft bristle car brush. Once I get the antique mixed up, I just keep it stirred really good. And I'm going to come out and just like liberally put this on. And I'm going to just start going around. And what I look for is after about 20 or 30 seconds, that antique is going to settle where it's going to settle. And that's about as close to what it's going to look like sealed. That looks pretty consistent to me. So I'm going to leave that and keep it moving. You can see right here, I don't have much antique. So all I have to do is just kind of I'm lightly touching the surface and moving this stuff around where I want it. And like I said, after about 20 or 30 seconds, it's going to settle where it's going to settle. And that's about as close to what you're going to be able to see what it looks like before sealer. All right, guys, so thanks for watching. We appreciate everybody that subscribes and watches and likes and shares all of our YouTube stuff. We put all this stuff together for you guys to help try and educate. So hopefully everybody likes the project and the process, and hopefully you learn some stuff. So we'll do one more walkthrough just to show you. We tried to pick colors that were neutral to the house colors, and we really thought everything tied in really nice. And yeah, we got this thing sealed Friday, and it's Sunday. We've had a lot of rain, so just wanted to come do a final walkthrough for you guys. Once again, just to recap, we used the light tan color hardener on the inside, a medium brown on the outside, and then antiqued it all with that walnut antique. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching. Remember, anybody that can subscribe, like, and share really helps our channel and helps us stay motivated to keep posting this stuff out. So appreciate y'all watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.
The wild snake wrangler, Benjamin Bass.
Benjamin Bass.
Come on, buddy.
And let him go. Go live a snake life.